Unity is the friend to freedom. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? That's why they divide us and divide us and divide us, even religiously, okay? They divide us. They divide all the different sections, right? You have to agree with everything, with everybody that you go to the same church on. The truth is, we got to unite under a common cause. For those of you guys who don't know, I had a chance to go to Hong Kong when they're out there protesting like crazy, and then they lost everything because of COVID. But the thing is, and I talk about all the time, I've never seen so much unity in my entire life. I didn't know it was possible. It gave me hope. It was sad. It was sad to leave that and to come back to this country where everyone hates each other. But they all united, and I want to tell you why they all united. I'll tell you why. Because they knew who the enemy was. The enemy was China. The people in control of China. They knew that, right? And so they worked together. They fought together. They bled together. Some of the nicest people, some of the hardest freedom fighters I've ever seen in my entire life. It was the most difficult thing for me when I left that day. And I believe that we can do that in this country if we wake up and fight for each other. And understand this. I'm going to say this last thing. I've been through a lot in the last few years, and in no way am I complaining, okay? Nothing compared to other people who have been through, like Trump or whatever. But the thing is that I've learned is that I cannot accomplish the goals that I want to accomplish in my life if I don't have love in my heart, okay? And trust me, I lose it a lot, right? I cannot find myself to have hatred towards other people who are lost, who are scared, who are hurt. These people who hate me and hate you guys, if you ever see them up close and you understand the truth is that you should feel bad for them. They're bleeding on the inside. These people, they're hurting on the inside. They have so much hatred and anger, and something happened to them in their lives, okay? And it's not worth getting mad. It's not worth losing sleep over it. I've learned to do what I can to pray for these people as much as I possibly can. Love is the most powerful force in this world, ladies and gentlemen. We got to utilize it. We got to utilize it. I want to remind you one of the most important things, okay? One of the most important things is that with the way that we treated Jesus, okay? The way that we treated him. And remember, when he was on that cross, he forgave us. Yes, he forgave each and every single one of us, okay? That's a testimony. Now, you can't just take his forgiveness and be thankful for it. You got to take that gift and give it to other people. And let go of whatever anger you have in your hearts. Yeah. Let go of whatever is holding you down, okay? And the last thing, the two most important words in the Bible that I don't ever hear anyone talk about, okay? Jesus told his disciples, he said, you'll do everything I did, plus more. He said plus more, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. He did not just say that to make you feel good. He meant it. He was saying that to tell you the truth, to lift you up, to help you understand what you can accomplish. And you have to believe in that. You have to believe in that. If you don't believe in yourself, then you don't believe in God, because God created you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, there's been constant lies put into our culture. They're constantly trying to convince you and your family that you're not good enough, okay? But I'm here to tell you, by the blessing of Jesus Christ, you can do anything that you put your mind and heart to. Can I get an amen? All right. Make sure you guys are getting food and stuff. Where's Justin at? Okay, Justin, you're gonna speak, right? I like your grand entrance.
Hey guys, thank you. Thanks for allowing me to come up here and speak in front of you. And thanks for so many of you being here today, because it's exactly what the government don't want. Yeah. They don't want us uniting. They don't want us coming out here and protesting for freedom and uniting on these elements, because what they do is they'll allow you to go out and protest and destroy your neighborhoods and burn down and loot. They say that protects you against this virus. And they actually put that in tabloids, and that's the title that you see on these news articles. And so, but they don't want you to go out and say, that these masks are garbage. Now, it's okay if you want to wear a mask, if you want to protect yourself. That's your right. But it's also your right not to wear a mask. And I got into an argument with a lady earlier today, just getting some gas. I need a little bit of antifreeze for my truck. And she said, you can't come in here without a mask. I said, lady, I have a medical exemption. And the governor said, if I have a medical exemption, I don't have to wear this. And she said, well, the health department mandates that you have to wear this mask. I said, lady, same thing. If I have a medical exemption, if I have asthma, claustrophobia, if I have any kind of issue, where I feel like I don't have to wear this mask, I don't have to wear this mask, because what if I have a panic attack? What if I fall over? So that's just one element of the way that our government is taking advantage of us. And locking down our economy is another example. And so Joey mentioned, if we get Culp in office, what an amazing thing for this state and this country, because they're planning civil war. They're planning unrest. There's talk about succeeding the western states of the United States, Oregon, Washington, California. We ain't going to allow that to happen here in Washington, and especially if we get Culp in office. I mean, the man is a patriot. The man brings rallies just like Donald Trump around this state. You've never seen a rally for Inslee. You've never seen a rally for Biden. I'd say we could take probably 10 people from this event, and that would be a Biden rally. You know, and they're all spaced out 6-10 feet apart. You know, I saw a picture the other day with Donald Trump coming in a helicopter. You know, and then you see Biden just coming down the little stairs. So, anyways, I'm running for state rep here in the 49th LD. And it's occupied by globalist forces. It's occupied by Democrats. We haven't had Republicans take over that district in a long time. And so if anybody here is in the district, it's the 49th, I need you to vote for me. Yes. I need you to vote for Ray Reynolds. And I need you to vote for Park. You know, we need to turn this county red, because we know that Democrats are going to try to increase taxes. They're going to take our liberties. They're going to try to take our guns away. You know, it's a slippery slope. First they ban 30-round magazines. Then they ban assault rifles, and they ban assault weapons. What is not an assault weapon? I mean, a hammer, a truck, everything is an assault weapon. And so it's a slippery slope. And if we allow ourselves to lose our Second Amendment, we're going to end up more like China. And China is a threat.
That's where we're at. It's scary. We're not asking you to be on the front lines. Mask up, hide your face so you don't get doxxed, but stand back. Hold the line with us, because if not, Vancouver will be the new Portland. Is that what everybody wants? Get up and rise and stand with us, or we are going to lose our freedom, and I am not going to let it happen. The men and women that died for this country, the men and women that sacrificed everything, are turning in their graves right now, watching what they're doing. They are winning. We're losing because we cannot get the numbers. I'm begging you. I'm willing to put my life on the line. And all the patriots that were out there last night, they had the same feeling. My grandfathers fought for this country. My grandfathers fought for my right to be standing here right now. And it's being disrespected. So again, when the call goes out, you know they'll be back there tonight. You know they're going to go in, and you know they're going to cause havoc. You know they're going to go in the neighborhoods. Where are you to protect the neighborhoods? Where are you to protect the innocent? When you see posts and a call for help, get up and get out there. Hold the line with us, or we're going to lose.
You get to see him cry all over again.
All right, sit by the fire truck. You guys ready?
All right, couple more minutes, waiting on 2 more cars. And then we're gonna go. This is awesome. God bless all of you. Hey, let's have a siren. Let's have a siren. We do not want an old senile man in office. We want President Trump, a man who will fight for the American people. We want a president who is not for sale. We want a president who is not supported by the multi-billion-dollar corporations, but is supported by the people, by all of us, down here, each and every single one of you.
got you. I'm not really sure.
Well, I'm here to just cover what's going on. So why do you keep blocking my view?
Thank you for holding signs. We're just standing on the corner.
Why do you keep blocking my view?
Like
Okay.
we've been doing.
I was here by myself. I was here by myself.
We've been here holding signs.
But I was here by myself on the corner.
We're holding signs.
But I was just here by myself on the corner.
Black Lives Matter, justice for Kevin.
That's fantastic.
Black Lives Matter, justice for Kevin.
Black lives do matter. Black lives do matter.
Justice for Kevin.
You're right.
Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter.
They do matter.
Black lives matter.
I just wanted to interview you guys to tell your side of the story. That's all. So why do you keep blocking my view?
Black lives matter. Black lives matter.
You're gonna do it again? Yep. You're gonna block my view again? Why is that? I'm here to interview you guys to tell your side of the story. So you're gonna block my view for the second time? Why do you do that? You're just gonna keep blocking me? Do you live here? So this is the second time you guys are gonna block my view. Okay.
Stand up. Stand up, Camas. Do not be afraid to support your president. He has taken all the hate in the last 3 years. With them in
So you're here as a Democrat?
I'm here as a Democrat for Trump.
Why is that?
Well, because I believe that our nation is in trouble and he's the only one that's going to get us away from all the terrible things that are happening. I'm a Christian woman and we all believe.
Is this the first time you're voting for a Republican?
No, I vote for the person, not the party. I've always been that way.
Got it, got it.
But I've been a Democrat since I was 18.
Did you support Trump in 2016?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And what do you like about him?
I like that he is for pro-life. I like that he puts our country first, and I like that that he tells it like it is.
So you're just here. You're just here visiting downtown, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. And the honking is
well, the honking just irritates his ears. So I just, hey, can you guys please not honk? And I mean, he's just covered, and
They were
driving by, flipping us off. Yeah, and then they just start yelling and cussing, and you know, and then it turned into, you're just effing child molesters. Because my daughter and her
They
son.
said that right here on the corner?
Yeah, right there.
Like a few minutes ago?
Yes. With their children in the back of the truck. There's young children riding in the back of a truck and they're screaming this stuff at us. This is not okay.
So, as a couple, you guys moved here from Georgia.
Right.
You moved to Portland, and you're visiting Camas for the day, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We like it over here.
Okay, and you went out to lunch or dinner or something? Or
Yeah, we go lunch over here, go hiking over here. It's more peaceful than the Columbia Gorge in Oregon. So.
There's very nice parks over here too.
Yeah.
We really like the waterfront
Yeah.
park over there.
We don't see all the homeless encampments. We don't see trash all on the sidewalks. It's nice and safe to sit down. What a concept. So yeah.
So you've been in Portland since February.
Right.
Yes.
And you moved from Georgia, and what you've seen in Portland is what to you now? Is it scary?
Disturbing. Very
Disturbing.
disturbing, yes.
Yeah.
So you see a lot of homelessness, crime. What else? You
Very
said
much so.
earlier.
A lot of
Homelessness,
petty
a lot of-
crime.
A lot of petty crime, a lot of
Yeah.
car windows getting smashed out.
Like we walk
on
out to our
street.
car every day and I smell human feces because that's the car in front of us. He's living there, so he unloads his stuff into the
gutter.
yeah,
I
into the
guess, or
drain
the
storm.
storm
Yeah,
drain.
so that's a nice way to start the day.
And the police apparently aren't allowed to move these people.
Yeah, the cops don't do anything.
But
We've seen the cops.
it's really strange. You see, the cops aren't allowed to move the homeless people who are literally defecating in the streets. But we went to another park in Portland where they had like a playground with armed guards around it just to keep the children
That
off.
was at the zoo.
Yeah, it was Washougal Park. I think it was the park
Yeah.
near the zoo in Portland.
Yeah, that was
And
interesting.
They had like armed guards around the playground. So
Yeah.
like you can't stop these people from
Yeah.
defecating in the streets and shooting up and all that horrible stuff they do and pitching a tent wherever they
Yeah.
want. But children like playing on the playground, well, that
That was a no.
necessitates
That
armed
you need
guards
armed
just standing there in
guards. Yeah,
front
that
of
was
it
in
like
Washington
with,
Park.
with like crime scene tape all over the playground. It was
It's just an
ridiculous.
example of like what?
And you came here today and saw the Trump cruise just now, right?
Yeah.
Did you see that go through? What did you think of that?
Yay.
I
I
honestly-
thought at least they're evening the playing field.
Okay.
You know, that's how I feel. I'm not a Trump supporter personally.
Right.
I'm not a Biden supporter either.
Yeah,
But
they're
I
both
just,
politically independent.
yeah, Antifa, I don't know what they call themselves because really they're not very organized.
I don't know. It's just, I mean, really, it's rioting. That's what the problem is. And
It's
it makes
not
it, and they say,
demonstrations
you know,
either. You can call it demonstrations all you want, but people getting hurt, lighting stuff on fire, we just heard the other day a pipe bomb, which is a federal offense at a police officer, and they're just not able to do anything.
Yeah, apparently
know?
their hands are tied by the mayor of
Yeah.
Portland, who's also
I don't get
who's
that.
also in charge of, who's also the police commissioner, I think, because of the
Yeah,
laws
that's
they have
very like
there,
Wild
so.
West. Ted Wheeler.
So you don't feel safe in your own home?
No,
No.
no.
And you're going back to Georgia next year?
Yep.
Yes.
You excited to go back?
Yes.
Now, Camas isn't like this. You
Yeah.
know that, right?
Yeah.
No, we love Camas.
Yeah, we love
Camas is
Camas.
a really nice city.
Yeah. And I even went back to visit my
Usually when
my
we go
parents
to do
this
something
year.
for the day, we leave
Yeah,
Portland. So
in July, and it was like a culture shock going back. Just after 5 months of being here, and there was a culture shock coming back here. It was like, whoa.
Right.
Like I was just, I literally, I was so upset once I came back here after 10 days of being in Georgia, and being so like, the weight, the anger, everything was just lifted, and I felt like myself again. I felt free. I didn't feel like I was being attacked or I had to watch, you know, everything I say, every step that I take, you know. And then I come back here, and it's like there is that angst, that anger, that heaviness, you know. And it was just like, yeah, I cried for like 2 days. I was upset.
Are people leaving the West Coast?
Yeah.
Why?
honestly, I think it's because they don't like how the government's being run out here.
Yeah.
That would be my assumption. I mean, the taxes are really high. I've noticed that. You know, that's a big. You notice that when you move from like someplace like Georgia to the West
Yeah.
Coast, the taxes are a lot higher.
But safety is such a big thing. I mean, why would you want to have start a family in some place that, you know, you can't even sit at a restaurant having a beer without looking at some guy, you know, shooting up heroin in the street. You know, it's just.
It's just, yeah, it doesn't make you feel
Yeah.
safe when there's like, you know, and that's the thing. If you're paying all this money, because everything is more expensive out here than it is like,
Yeah.
you know, where we're
Washington, Oregon, yeah.
from. So it's like we're
California.
paying, you know, especially if you're out here, you're paying, like if you're living here or you run a business here and you're paying all the higher taxes and everything, you don't, you at least think you're getting
Expect some
something
quality
for that,
of
you know?
life.
some standard of
you at least
living.
expect, okay, I pay my taxes.
Civility.
Get the police to remove
Right.
the homeless guy in front of my storefront. You know,
Yeah.
What have your experiences been with Antifa people?
horrible.
Yeah, I don't really want to get into details about that because honestly, I get really angry.
Okay.
A lot of
Yeah.
adrenaline starts building up. So
They're very
basically,
fanatical,
they
very cult-like.
they spit in his face because he stood up and he was trying to look for me.
Yeah, I wasn't even talking to
Yeah,
them at all.
they just completely spit in his face. He could speak for himself.
Yeah, they apparently had a problem with me being there, even though I wasn't even like harassing anybody.
This
or
was at the
talking to
courthouse.
anybody. I was just observing, you know, what was going on there because obviously I thought it was an important event in history.
Yeah.
So I went down there to observe. We both went down there, and
It's like 2.5 months ago. And this is
you
like
know,
at 5
wasn't-
o'clock
It wasn't
before,
like very
before
long
stuff
before
was
we
going
started
on.
getting hassled for being there.
Yeah,
You know?
they didn't like us being there. It
This wasn't even like when this was like still during the day, so it wasn't like full blown riot mode yet. I guess at that day, but
Yeah.
still, it's not a safe place, and they're not good people.
They
These
really
people.
are, yeah,
They're fanatical cultists.
Yeah.
They've turned this.
If you
they've
look
turned
up the
this social
definition of a
justice
cult,
thing.
we looked it up the other day. The definition of a cult. I'm like, that's Antifa exactly.
Yeah, they could fit that definition.
Yeah. And they're very fascist. For being like anti-fascist, their thinking is exactly fascist.
Yeah,
so
I mean-
it's very hypocritical.
I mean, I know they claim to oppose fascism, but their tactics are identical to like Hitler's brown shirts or something. It's really quite, you know.
So.
Well, thank you for your time.
Yeah.